Someone came up to me a couple of days ago and they said, hey Ethan, hey, come on, I've watched all your vlogs from AS to A2 and I loved your AS vlogs, they were great. Back from British Simulator 2015 and then like just the lazy chair, all that stuff. But this year, you've tried too hard. You've tried way too hard. You've changed. No, I haven't changed, right? I haven't changed! Oh my god! But don't worry, you little buns, alright? Because I'm coming back stronger than ever. Shall we watch all of our vloggers at once? We're gonna watch all the vloggers at once. Let's do it. Okay peoples, welcome back to my A2 Media coursework. This is my 6.1. Now, technically this is going to be in the mini-me. If you hear future me, technically past me, but if you hear future me saying that 6.3 is a mini-me, don't listen to him, he's lying. Don't you dare listen to him what he's saying, right? It's crazy. Oh yeah. Anyway peoples, we're going to get this on, down to the floor. That is what we do. But this coursework wouldn't be complete without my legendary same t-shirt, same bra, guys. This can't get any better. We're going back to our roots, man. This is where it began. This is where it began. Right. So people, today we're going to do our mini-me. And so pretty much we're just going to have a look at our final product, which is finally on here. So I've already been recording for like 3.5 minutes, so we're going to get this on and we are good to go. I have never done this in full screen before, so if it does screw up anyway, I'll just fix it in editing. There we go, task 6.1. In what ways does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? So, I'm going to get this on. Please quiet down. Thank you. I'm going to do this. There we go. So, first this, and this, and here we go. So automatically we have the Hellberg logo, and that associates the consumers to the artist, because the artist's image isn't particularly shown, it's more to do with his logo. Brand identity, so we already have the associated lip syncer. So a narrative is starting to be established at this point, where you have the two characters walking past, additional lip syncer. Okay people, so what's going to happen is we're going to talk you through this. Don't know why Gorillas is coming up, that's a bit odd. Okay, within the first few seconds of the music video, Hellberg's logo does a slow zoom in, and the consumers will automatically associate that the music is to do with Hellberg. His face isn't predominantly seen within his music videos, apart from one in which he gives his reason as to why he's been so absent. So his logo tends to be what is associated with his music. There are intertextual references within this music video, and there's quite a lot of them actually. So the first one occurs at 32 seconds within the music video. This shot here is quite similar to that of the synchronized Hellboy, the acoustic version, which is the shots references the music video that is actually associated with the song, the proper music video. The next intertextual references consists of 34 seconds within the music video, and this shot here references the piano version of the song, in which the shot of the girl is walking similar to where Max is walking. There is also another reference at 1 minute 30. There are additional shots and places where this reference takes place as well. And it consists of this one. Now the costume here is intended to reference Black Star by David Bowie. His costume within that music video is what we tried to give our own spin on in this music video. Now, there's another intertextual reference at 2 minute 55, which consists of Clint Eastwood by the Gorillas, where you have 4 characters within frames, so you have a frame within a frame, but in this version we have 4 frames within 1 frame. Okay, so those are pretty much all the intertextual references that we intended to make. I don't know if we've made any other ones that we didn't intend to make, but hey, that's not good. The 13 seconds within the music video, we are presented with a shot that reflects Andrew Goodwin's music video analysis, where you have that reflects the music with the sound as well as the lyrics with the sound, lyrics with the visuals. I mean, so you have the slow movement with the slow music. So 25 seconds within the music video, all 4 characters within the final product are seen. This is to establish brand identity, as well as the audience pretty much knows all the characters straight off the bat. There's no new characters, there's no new information apart from the revealment of the narrative. When watching this music video, you do get a significant dichotomy between light and dark, especially with one of the characters, which is me. So at this point here, it's evident that we are also applying to Andrew Goodwin's music video analysis again, which is evident through the exploration with distance from the focal subject and the camera, while the lyrics are so distant from me is occurring. And again, it occurs at 1:55. One thing to also take notice is that the genre of the song consists of contemporary pop, or just pop in general, even though it is a acoustic version of an electronic song. So at this point here, the visuals are definitely reflecting the music. The music is faster paced than what has previously happened, and so it's shown that the editing is a lot faster as well. So in terms of the pop music video genre, there is definitely a link between the lyrics and visuals. That is definitely evident within ours, evident from the scene where you have Shannon, who's in front of the camera, and it starts with an extreme close-up, and then finishes with a long shot. You also have the following scene where the lyrics consist of "You're so close but yet so far." Within that line alone, you have multiple ideologies that consist with just that one scene, because when the lyrics occur, "You're so close," Shannon comes on shot and she is evidently close to the camera, but when it says "You're so far," you can interpret that as contrasts with the lyrics and visuals linking, or it could have emotional intentions where you could be physically close but emotionally distant, so you could take that into consideration. So the music video is essentially separated within 2 parts. You have the first part, which is kind of slowly edited, and then the last part, which is quickly edited. So within, I'd say like it's a good majority of the beginning of the music video, so it's like 2.5–3 minutes in, you have slow editing, but when the song is ending, the shots cut a lot quicker, shot skipping, so like you have the same shot but the video like skips a bit. It's definitely a link between the music and visuals, although it's quite hard to interpret sometimes, because sometimes there's cuts during that's based on the vocals, and then other times there's cuts based on the percussion. So within pop music videos, the lighting tends to be quite bright and quite vibrant in the music videos, and this is one of the aspects that we contrasted with. Predominantly all the clothings are quite dark, apart from the blue Pinguino hoodie. Close-ups tend to be associated with brand identity, and this is quite difficult to talk about because Hellberg himself very rarely shows his face, apart from live performances and whenever he needs to. He tends to associate his logo to his music. Intertextuality, definitely we've done loads of intertextuality within this music video. It's just to give a little credibility to influence that we've had during this music video, although it can be interpreted that there's no really originality in the music video either, because there is quite a lot of intertextual references that we know of. There's a theorist called Adorno who calls it pseudo-individualism, in which there's a lack of original ideas, and we tend to go back to some of the old stuff to create relatively new stuff. This is definitely seen everywhere with like remastered films coming out. You have The Lion King, Tarzan, all these new films coming out. As well as games, you have remastered versions of video games as well. Within editing, there tends to be a lot of tints and filters to boost colours. and we actually contrasted with this. A lot of the sequences that consist of the performance aspects, we've run through a HSL adjust third-party program in which we almost half the saturation of the colour, so that you could easily divide the performance aspect to the narrative, because the narrative, although it wasn't too colourful, we reduced the colour far less than what we reduced it in the performance aspects. We do follow the conventions of the pop genre, as it does show kind of a relationship breakup kind of idea, but the main theme that we wanted to portray is mental health. You definitely see this in a lot of the scenes where we use a video layer where it looks like the video is skipping, and Max's character seems to be hallucinating, and this is definitely evident as it progresses through the music video. So you have one of the scenes where Max gets up, well Shannon gets up and leaves, and then Max gets up, goes onto shot. You can evidently see that Shannon's walking down the path, and then you go to the next shot, it slowly turns round, Max turns round, and then Shannon's there again. Yes, so I think I've talked quite a bit about the conventions. I've talked about intertextual references, I've talked about genre, and I've talked about Goodwin. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. So yeah, peoples, this has been it. This is ya boy, Yummy Biscuit.
Yes!